Hello guys, welcome. Today I'm gonna be tackling the day 16 of this Advent of Cyber, right? I'm behind by 5 days, guys. Today is Saturday the 21st of December. It's almost Christmas. So yeah, let's get right down into the module. Let's dig deep, brothers. Alright. So the wearable looks like we're gonna be looking into some Azure stuff. It's the Werewolf's Key Vault grew 3 sizes that day. So this looks like some cloud, um, basically some cloud things that we'll be looking into, right? I've personally never played with Azure. I do have some experience with Amazon Web Services, but we'll see. We'll see where this leads us. Is the light enough for you guys? Hopefully. Um, okay, I think that's better. All right. So another day, another challenge. And unfortunately for Max Kitty, another intrusion in their Azure tenant. Before joining Max Kitty in their investigation, there's some catching up to do, and this is a story best told in rhyme. Okay, let's just read through the story. Okay, as Ogma's approach, so did the need to provide those without with something to read. Care for wares right, they made it their mission, a gift for all wares, a Sogma's tradition. Max Kitty logged on and felt some confusion, an alert saying here a detected intrusion. Inspection began as to what was at fault. It seems access was gained to Kitty's key vault. She checked and she checked as she had to be sure, but it hadn't been long since adopting Azure. Troubleshooting ensued, ideas had been tabled, which would have been great if logs were enabled. With 3 hours left and no records kept, Max Kitty then knew what she needed to do. It's true that on her this town does depend, but to find what was wrong, she needed a friend. So clearing her throat and preparing her pitch, she picked up her phone and called up the glitch. Alright. It was late, too late. Max Kitty's eyelids felt as though they had dumbbells attached to them. The sun had long since waved goodbye to Werville, and the crisp night air was creeping in through the window of Max Kitty's office. If only there were a substance uh, which would both warm and wake her up. Once Max Kitty's brain cells had started functioning again and remembered that coffee existed, checking her watch, she was saddened to learn it was too late to get her coffee from her favorite Werville coffee house, Splunking Donuts. The vending machine downstairs would have to do. Sipping her coffee, Max Kitty immediately lit up and charged back into the office, ready to crack the case. However, as she entered, the glitch had an idea of its own. He'd got it. He figured out an attack vector the user had likely taken. Max Kitty took a seat next to the glitch and he began to walk it through. Alright, let's see what we're gonna be learning here. It's learn about Azure, what it is and why it is used. Learn about Azure services like Azure Key Vault and Microsoft Entra ID. Learn how to interact with an Azure tenant using Azure Cloud Shell. Okay, so intro to Azure. Oh, it's Azure, right? How do you pronounce this? Okay,
Azure.
Azure. Okay. Intro to Azure. Before diving into the glitch idea of the attacker's path, let's introduce some of the key concepts that will be covered in the process. We're going to start by introducing Azure. To do that, let's consider why Max Kitty is using Azure in the first place. It all started with Max Kitty's role as a cybersecurity expert of Wereville really started to take off. Before she knew it, Max Kitty was in very high demand and needed to create all kinds of resources to help her organize her duties. This included the web application to handle appointment making, multiple machines running for investigations, and more machines running for evidence storing and analysis. Max Kitty hosted and managed all of these machines herself. That is, on premises, right? This initially wasn't a massive issue because, after all, she wasn't a corporation but just helping the citizens of Wareville with cybersecurity matters. However, as time went on, Max Kitty ran into issues during peak times when she would receive many requests for help, and therefore needed to process more evidence. All of this increased demand meant Max Kitty had to scale up her resources to handle the load. To put a long story short, This was a lot of hassle for McSkitty. She wished there was a way for someone to handle her infrastructure on her behalf, especially when scaling her resources up during peak times and down when they resumed. That's when Azure came to the rescue. So Azure is a CSP cloud service provider, and CSPs, others include Google Cloud and AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, provide computing resources such as computing power on demand in a highly scalable fashion. In other words, McSkitty could instead have Azure manage her underlying infrastructure, scaling it in times of increased demand and decreasing it once traffic resumed to normal levels. The best bit? McSkitty only has to pay for what she uses. Gone were the days for buying physical infrastructure to handle increased loads, only for that infrastructure to go unused for the majority of the time. So Azure and cloud adoption in general boasts many benefits beyond cost optimization. Azure also gave McSkitty access to lots of cloud services, ranging from identity management to data ingestion. Quite frankly, there are more services than can be abbreviated in a sentence as, at the time of writing, there are over 200 services. Those are like way too many. So these services can be used to build, deploy, and manage McSkitty's current infrastructure, as well as give her the options to upgrade or build new applications in the future given the range of services available. A couple of Azure services will come up during the glitched attack path, so let's take a look at them now. Azure Key Vault. Azure Key Vault is an Azure service that allows users to securely store and access secrets. These secrets can be anything from API keys, certificates, passwords, cryptographic keys, and more. Essentially, anything you want to keep safe, away from the eyes of others, and easily configure and restrict access to is what you want to store in an Azure Key Vault. Azure.
Azure,
Yeah, Azure. Okay, in an Azure Key Vault, right? So the secrets are stored in vaults, which are created by owners. Vault owners have full access and control over the vault, including the ability to enable auditing so a record is kept of who accessed what secrets and grant permissions for other users to access the vault, known as vault consumers. So McSkitty uses this service to store secrets related to evidence and has been entrusted to store some of Webel's town secrets here. Okay, so they're using Azure Key Vault. That's a service from Azure, right? Okay, Microsoft Entra ID. McSkitty also needed a way to grant users access to our system and be able to secure and organize their access easily, so a Warville town member could easily access or update their secret. Microsoft Entra ID, formerly known as Azure Active Directory, is Azure's solution. Entra ID is an identity and access management (IAM) service. In short, it has the information needed to assess whether a user or application can access X resource. In the case of Warville Town members, they made an Entra ID account, and McSkitty assigned the appropriate permissions to this account. With that covered, let's see what the glitch has come up with. Assumed breach scenario. So knowing that a potential breach had happened, McSkitty decided to conduct an assumed breach testing within their Azure tenant. The assumed breach scenario is a type of penetration testing setup in which an initial access or foothold is provided, mimicking the scenario in which an attacker has already established his access inside the internal network. In this setup, the mindset is to assess how far an attacker can go once they get inside your network, including all possible attack paths that could branch out from the defined starting point of intrusion, right? Okay. So connecting to the environment. Before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card shown below. Do I need to start? No, that book's going to be needed, but we're going to be given some credentials, right? For this assumed breach testing of Warville's tenant, McSkitty will provide valid credentials. Labs thing. Okay, let's join the lab, right? Cloud details. What's going on? Yeah, here. Okay, for the system breach testing of wearable tenant, McSkitty will provide valid credentials to gather credentials. Click here. Next, click on the Join Lab button to generate your credentials. You may view the credentials by clicking Credentials tab. Sure. Sure. Okay, I do see the credentials. So what up now? To use the credentials, click the Open Lab button in the Environment tab. Okay, so we have to click on Open Lab. Open Lab. Okay. Come on. To you click on Open Lab button, this will open the Azure portal login page, so kindly use the recently generated credentials to authenticate to the Azure portal. All right, let's lab ID. They're giving me a username. They're giving me a password. So next, and then you're giving me a password. I'm gonna copy, paste, don't save. Action required. Your organization requires additional security information. Follow the prompts to download and set up the Microsoft Authentication app later. I don't think we're going to be using that, right? It's just a testing account. Stay signed in? No. Okay, I guess we can close this. So we have already logged into the Azure service, right? So yeah, here, so kindly use the recently generated to authenticate to the Azure portal. Now, after logging in, you will encounter an MFA confirmation prompt. Kindly click the Ask Later button to proceed. Then lastly, click the Cancel button when prompted with the Welcome to Microsoft Azure banner. Azure banner, right? We're glad you're here, blah, blah, blah. Note, the Azure portal may default to your local language, so you may follow this step if you prefer to switch to English. Click on the settings, yeah, but this is the English is the language, so no need to do that. Azure Cloud Shell. So should I click on cancel? Yeah, okay. This is the dashboard, right? The homepage. All right. So Azure Cloud Shell. Azure Cloud Shell is a browser-based command line interface that provides developers and IT professionals a convenient and powerful way to manage Azure resources. It integrates both Bash and PowerShell environments, allowing users to execute scripts, manage Azure services, and run commands directly from their web browser without needing local installation. Cloud Shell has built-in tools and pre-configured environments, including Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell, and popular development tools, making it an efficient solution for cloud management and automation tasks. Azure CLI. So Azure Command Line Interface, or Azure CLI, is a command line tool for managing and configuring Azure resources. The glitch relied heavily on this tool while reviewing the wearable tenant. So let's use the same one while walking through the Azure attack path. So as mentioned above, Azure CLI is part of the built-in tools inside the Cloud Shell. So go back to the Azure portal and launch Azure Cloud Shell by clicking on the terminal icon shown below. Okay, let's do that. So select Bash, since we will be executing Azure CLI commands. All right, Bash. Now what? To get started, select the no storage account required. Yeah, then what else? And choose AZ subs AOC. Okay, now what? For the subscription, yeah. Now, I guess apply, right? Okay, requesting a Cloud Shell. Connecting terminal. Welcome to Azure Cloud Shell. Yeah, at this point we're ready to execute Azure CLI commands in the Azure Cloud Shell. Note that all the following commands are to be executed in the Azure Cloud Shell. So, okay. AZ to use Azure CLI. All right. Now, you don't need to authenticate using AZ login as you have already been authenticated into the Azure portal. Okay. So I guess we can do this, right? Wait up. I want to divide my screen. Yeah. This should be enough. AD signed in user show. Who's the user that has signed in? And then we get, yeah, the email that was provided by TryHackMe, right? So all good. We don't need to log in. You can confirm that the credentials work if the succeeding output renders the authenticated user details, which it does, right? We can see them here. So now let's move on. Going down the Azure rabbit hole. So when the glitch got hold of an additional account in Wearable's Azure tenant, he had no idea what was inside it. So he decided to enumerate first the existing users and groups within the tenant. So extra ID enumeration. Using the current account, let's start by listing all the users in the tenant. Okay. Now this command might take a while depending on the amount of user accounts available, so feel free to skip it. Okay, AZ, I still want to run it. AD user list. Okay. No, we got a few users, not too many. Okay, so this is one user. Okay, many users. Yeah, different numbers. This is another user. Yeah, and so on. Okay. The Azure CLI typically uses the following command syntax: AZ groups group action optional parameters. Given this, the command above can be broken down into target group or service, which would be AD, Azure AD or Entra ID. Target subgroup is user, right? Azure AD users, and then the action is list. Okay, note. To see the available commands, you may execute AZ-H or AZ group -H. After executing the command, you might have been overwhelmed by the number of accounts listed. For a better view, let's follow MaxKitty's suggestion to only look for the accounts prepended with this particular thingy. According to her, these accounts are more interesting than the other ones. To do this, we will use the ---- filter parameter and filter all accounts that start with that string, right? So, okay. AZAD user list filter starts with WVUSR and then comma display name. All right, what now? Okay, looks like we get all the users that have that match this string, right? You may observe that an unusual parameter was set to a specific account in the output. One of the users, backup where, has its password stored in one of the fields. Uh, has, okay, where do I see that? Yeah, this is the user, where's the password? ID, job title, mail, mobile phone, office location, preferred language, surname. When the glitch saw this, maybe I will be able to check this out. Mayor malware, hardware, freeware. What if I want to make it bigger? Yeah. Backup where? This is the one, right? User principal. Oh yeah, office location. It looks like it has some kind of weird string here. Office location, redacted, right? This is the thing that you're talking about. Okay, recover secrets. I guess they're gonna be asking me for that. What is the password for backup where that was leaked? It was recover underscore secrets. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah. Group list. Wait up. Yeah, here we were. Okay, yeah. When a glitch saw this one, he immediately thought it could be the first step taken by the intruder to gain further access inside the tenant. However, he decided to continue the initial reconnaissance of user and groups. Now let's continue by listing the groups. Okay, let's do that. AD group list. So these are all the groups. I see you. Uh-huh. Okay. Redacted for brevity. Description, display name. Yeah. You may observe that we just changed the previous command from AZAD user list to AZAD group list, right? Given the output, it can be seen that the group name secret recovery group. Where's that? Secret recovery group. I don't see your secret recovery group. Oh yeah, I saw you. Secret recovery group. This is kind of an interesting group because of the description. So let's follow the white rabbit and list the members of this group. Okay. AZAD group member list group and then secret recovery group. All right. What now? So this should be listing all the members, right? Looks like we only have one member, if I'm not mistaken. So given the previous example, looks like everything makes a little sense now, yeah? All of the previous commands seem to point to that particular user, right, account. Since we have seen a potential set of credentials, let's jump to another user by clearing the current Azure CLI account session and logging in with the new account. Okay. So I just want to test if what the heck. Just want to test if copying and pasting works. Yeah, it works. So AZ account clear. Logout successful, relogin. So AZ login -u, and then the email, which is this one, and then -p, and then the password, which is this one. I guess we can also copy and paste it. Right click, copy, and then paste. Yeah, that's it. What up now? It's automatically, did you log me in or not? It's automatically authenticated on the initial account signed in with. Run AZ login only if you need to use a different account. I already did that. With username and password in the command line is strongly discouraged. Use one of the recommended authentication. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Who am I though? Okay. I guess we are logged in as that. Replace the values with the actual email and password for the newly discovered account. So Azure role assignments. Since that particular user, right, account belongs to an interesting group, the glitch's first hunch is to see whether sensitive or privileged roles are assigned to the group. And his thought was, it doesn't make sense to name it like this if it can't do anything, right, Max Kitty? But before checking the assigned roles, let's have a quick run through of Azure role assignments. So Azure Role Assignments define the resources that each user or group of users, right, can access. So when a new user is created via Entra ID, it cannot access any resource by default due to a lack of role. To grant access, an administrator must assign a role to let users view or manage a specific resource. The privilege level configured in a role ranges from read-only to full control. Additionally, group members can inherit the role when assigned to a group. So returning to the Azure enumeration, let's see if a role is assigned to the secret recovery group. We'll be using the minus minus all option to list all roles within the Azure subscription, and we'll be using the minus minus assignee option with the group's ID to render only the ones related to our target group. Okay, so AZ role assignment list assignee, and then replace with secret recovery group ID. What is that? Secret recovery group ID. You may retrieve the group ID from the command executed previously. ACID group list. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So the ID is group ID. I guess this is the ID, right? Copy as assignee, then the group ID, and then all. So what are we doing here? We're listing all what? Let's see if a role is assigned to the secret recovery group. Oh, okay, we're checking what role was assigned to this particular group, right? I will be using the minus minus all option to list all roles within the Azure subscription, and we will be using the assignee option with the group IDs to render only the ones related to our target group. Okay. So what did we find here? Redactor for brevity, secret recovery group. Okay, the output seems slightly overwhelming, so let's break it down. First, it can be seen that there are two entries in the output, which means two roles are assigned to the group. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Based on role definition name field, where's that? Role definition name, Key Vault reader. Okay. The two roles are Key Vault readers, right? Role definition. Oh, here. Okay. And Key Vault secret user. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Both entries have the same scope value, pointing to a Microsoft Key Vault resource, specifically on the Wearable Secrets Vault. So they have the same scope value. Okay. Pointing to a Microsoft Key Vault resource, specifically on the Wearable Secrets Vault. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, I guess that's the name of the vault, right? So here's the definition of the roles based on the Microsoft documentation. So key vault reader, read metadata of key vaults and its certificates, keys, and secrets, right? Okay, so you're able to read the data, which is not something you would grant all users access to, right? You want to limit that because not everyone has to have access to the API keys and different sensitive information. So this role allows you to read metadata of key vaults in its certificates, keys, and secrets. Cannot read sensitive values such as secret contents or key material. And then the Key Vault secrets user. Read secrets contents only works for key vaults that use the Azure role-based access control permission model. This special role allows you to read the contents of a key vault secret. Okay, so after seeing both of these roles, MaxKitty immediately realized everything. This configuration allowed the attacker to access the sensitive data they were protecting. Now that she knew this, she asked the glitch to confirm her assumption. So Azure Key Vault. With MaxKitty's guidance, the glitch is now tasked to verify if the current account this user backup where can access the sensitive data. So let's list all accessible key vaults by executing the command below. AC key vault list. All right. And then the output above confirms the key vault discovered from the role assignment named Warville Secrets. Now let's see if secrets are stored in this key vault. The vault name is Warville Secrets, right? Yeah. So AZ key vault secret list dash vault name Warville Secrets. Now what? Uh-huh. Okay. So after executing the two previous commands, we confirm that the reader role allows us to view the key vault metadata, specifically the list of key vaults and secrets. Now, the only thing left to confirm is whether the current user can access the contents of the discovered secret with the key vault secrets under secret user role. Okay, this can be done by executing the following command. Okay, what is the name of this? AOC 2024. So that's the name of a key vault, right? Now let's see if the secrets are stored in this key vault. Okay, after executing the two previous commands, okay, this one we already executed, so what up? We confirm that the reader role allows us, where does it say that we have the reader role? Allows us to view the key vault metadata. Okay, specifically list the list of key vaults and secrets. Now the only thing left to confirm is whether the current user can access the contents of the discovered secret with the key vault secrets user role. This can be done by executing this command. So vault name Orwell, and then the name is AOC 2024, right? AZ key vault secret show vault name Warville secrets name, and then the name is AOC 2024. So what up now? So where's my mind? This is the value. Okay, manage name. Yeah, okay. So we were able to read it, right? This is the value and then the name. Yeah, no, replace the value of the name parameter with the actual secret name, right? So bingo, the glitch explained as he saw the output above. MaxKitty had confirmed her nightmare that a regular user could escalate their way into the secrets of Warville. So with that, the glitch can help MaxKitty to find the attack path that had been taken to exploit the user's privileges, and a lot had been learned in the process. The only question that remained was who had initially carried out the attack in the first place. There was a very limited set of wearers who had access to this tenant and with user visibility, and with that set of permissions, only town officials who perform governance validation on the tenant to ensure all the town's secrets are being stored securely. So the focus then turns to the motive. The only thing accessed was an access key stored in the key vault, which grants access to an evidence file stored elsewhere. The evidence in this file was in relation to recent cyber events this month in Warville. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled in the following days to get the bottom of this, right? So what is the group ID of the secret recovery group? Or what is the group ID? Oh, that was up here on the secret recovery. This is the one. This is the one, boy. Right click, copy, paste. So what is the name of the vault secret? It was AOC 2024, right? Yeah. So what are the contents of the secret stored in the vault? It is, where is my mind? 1999. Yeah. Like today's task, yeah. Check the exploiting Active Directory room to practice user and group enumeration in a similar yet different environment. Yeah, oh, I haven't done this. That's odd. Okay, so let's save it. So I'm looking forward to this exploiting Active Directory. Yeah, I'll do that. I've certainly completed some Active Directory modules, even some networks. This might be new, is it? Let's check it out. No, it's not new. So, this makes me, okay. So that's it. That's it, boys. I'll see you guys in the next day. And that's it for day 16 of the Warville's Key Vault grew 3 sizes that day. Alright, that's it. Let's keep learning, you all. I'll see you around next time.